Hello everyone, my name is Shabazz and I'm gonna show you today how to install the Nessus tool on a FreeBSD machine. So the first step would be to get the ISO file for the FreeBSD machine. You can visit this website freebsd.org. I can download the latest package. I'm gonna install the previous version which is more stable. Now I already have this package installed in my system, so I'm not going to download it again. So I'm gonna open up VMware here and I'm gonna set up a new FreeBSD machine. We will select the release 10.3. It's already selected, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna create a new machine, name it FreeBSD. Select the memory as per your RAM requirement. Gonna select this bridge network, right? So just go ahead and start the machine. Right, select one to install this. Install, continue, give a name local, okay, guided setup, tab disk, okay, finish, commit. Right, so this will start your installation process for FreeBSD. So it's going to take a while, so just be patient. So after the installation, we'd have to set up a root password. Now, since we need internet connection in order to download the Nessus tool, we would like to have a DHCP IP. Don't need an IPv6. Can select the default. Right, so after you have successfully completed the installation, it will reboot the machine. Just be patient, let it boot automatically. Right, so now I'm gonna log in using my root username and password. My username is root, password is okay. So we'll just verify the IP address that we have and our connection to internet. Right, we have internet connection. So we have the package here. I'm gonna install this package now. Right, so the package is installed. Just verify if Nessus service is currently running. Right, it says it's not, so we're gonna start the service now. Alright, so this will start your Nessus program. Alright, so now go to the browser, put in the virtual machine's IP address, the FreeBSD machine IP. Here, you can verify using fconfig. See, here is the IP address. So just put this IP address in the browser and use the port 8034 to access it. Now proceed, and here it will start the installation for the Nessus tool. Right, so just give a username and a password to the system. Continue. I will ask you for an activation code. Well, since it's not free, the Nessus tool, you can get a trial version activation code, which will be working for around a week, 7 days. So you can get that installed. They will from this website here. If you request for it, they will send you the activation code. So you can use since I already have this activation code, I'll go ahead and use it. Right, so once we have the Nessus up and installed, there's like a couple of procedures to before we set up a scan. The first thing that we need to deal with is something called policies. So basically, policies define what the scan will do. What will be the purpose of the scan? So you can select a new policy. You can well, this is a basic version, so I'm getting like a number only like a limited option here. So I'm gonna select a basic network scan and see what all options I can add to it. All right, so I'm gonna name it as my policies. I'm gonna add a permission. Can use, yeah. Right, so this is just a basic policy for all the well-known ports here. And I'm gonna add a credential to this. Well, because I'm gonna run a scan on my Wi-Fi network, it will first be initiated from my virtual machine to my local Windows machine. So I'm gonna provide them with a username and a password for my Windows machine. Right, so I can save this here. Basically, it's pretty much the same for permissions. If it's a Windows machine, you can add username password here. If it's a Linux machine, you can set up an SSH username password here. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a new scan for a basic native scan, which will be I'll name it as Shabas 1, and I'm gonna select the entire network which is on my Wi-Fi. So it's gonna select all of my roommates machines. It will try to discover it and then see if there is any vulnerability in it. Okay, right, so we can also, there are like a couple of options here. We can schedule a scan for a time interval. We can get the report emailed through the SMTP. Sorry, plus. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and start this, save the scan first, and then just start with the scan. All right, I'm going to go here. Let's start it up. That's done. 192.168.0.0/24. Launch. Scan here is complete now. As you can see here, there's like more than almost 10 devices that it has discovered. And this is my machine, the credential that I provided on inside the policy for my Windows machine. This was the machine that I was considering, and this is my Wi-Fi router. So as you can see here, there's like 3 different types of vulnerability that it has discovered. So as you can see here, the one with which looks like red is actually the criticality is very high. Then it starts with medium, which is 6, and informational or very low level, 52. Right, so I'm just gonna open this up just to show you what type of vulnerability it's talking about. Right, so here it says the remote has one or more windows shared that can be accessed through the network with the given credential. Right, so it used my credential to access a shared folder which was set up on my machine, my Windows machine. So let's just go to more. Alright, so here it shows all the files which are inside that machine. So as you can see here, these are all my private data. So that's how it can be used by an attacker. See, it also shows me here a solution for this: to restrict access under Windows. Open Explorer, do a right click or on each share to go to sharing tab and click on permissions. Right. Mm, okay, all right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try uh, uh all right, so I was planning to, do the solution here and try to run the scan again and see if it discovers the same vulnerability again, right? But I'm gonna do that afterwards. I'm gonna just take a look at all of the other vulnerability that it has discovered. Right, here is another. It says the SSL certificate cannot be trusted. Purchase or generate a proper certificate of this service. So this could be probably because of my the firmware that I'm running. So let's talk about this, my Wi-Fi router, and see what kind of vulnerability it has. Alright, so here it says the SSL certificate signed using weak hashing algorithm. So it shows in here that the remote service user uses an SSL certificate chain that has been signed using a weak hashing algorithm. Note that the plugin reported by the SSL certificate chain signed by SHA-1 that expired after January 1 as well. Alright, so this is in accordance with the Google's gradual sunsetting of SHA-1. Alright, so this could be a standard issue. So as you can see, it also matches for the known standards for all of the SSL encryption techniques or hashing techniques. So yeah, basically this Nessus tool will give you all the details. It's a very powerful tool in reconnaissance, the first basic step of hacking, uh, which would be gathering as much information about the target machine as you can. So it would include the first step, which is discovering the host. The second step would be to try and see what active services the system has and try to exploit that open services, right? So that's pretty much it for this session. So as you can, to give you a summary, it's the Nessus tool will let you set up policies on based on which your scan will be done. You can select on which target you want to scan. You can select a particular machine. You can select a particular network. You can select an entire range of networks, just like I did. I selected my Wi-Fi network, so it went for all of the available hosts within that subnet. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And there's like a couple of more options here. As you can see, we can export this result in an HTML format. If you go for premium version, a paid version, you'll get the best option available, which would be a PDF. You'll get a PDF file for all of the report. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a reporting in HTML format and see what it looks like. Alright, so I went ahead and I tried to resolve the issue which was earlier, which was letting the Nessus machine access one of my file systems on my Windows machine. So I tried to disable the permissions for that particular file for sharing, and after that I uh, tried running the scan again for on the same target machine, my Windows 10 workstation, and it after completion of the scan it says that the I couldn't find that particular vulnerability anymore because it was resolved as per the solution provided by the Nessus machine. So there you go. This particular tool is very powerful based on in which hand it is. If you're an attacker with an evil intention, you can use it to do reconnaissance and then go ahead and plant your malware in this. The way you attack, the first step would be to discover it through Nessus. And if you're a good ethical hacker and you're just trying to find the small vulnerability in your system, this is the perfect tool to start with. It will, because it's GUI based, it's very user friendly. It's not very hard to use it. It's pretty much very detailed if you just have a look at it. So that's pretty much it. This is the basic version of a brief version of tutorial about how to use an SS tool based on policies, based on scan that you schedule, based on the number of hosts you're targeting, right? So this is pretty much it. All right, so thank you so much for listening to me and hope you guys have a wonderful day on life ahead. Thank you.